Emanaya Kashanki. So, we've been on the bus for 5 hours now. It smells of BO already. Expect there to be no toilet paper. We have Benjamin Franklin. Purple sky. Look what she's selling. Look at this. Look at that. Hello. Good morning. Another day of adventure. We have about 6 minutes to get our bus to Pune. A fun packed 7 hours. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, better get going. So we have our ticket. There's a dog, look. Let's go get our bus. Look at the bus station. A little bit old school, isn't it? Looks nice, doesn't it? Look at that. Look at that, look. Anyway, we're downstairs. It's like an airplane. It smells of BO already. Look at these seats, look. Fancy, aren't they? Alright, let's get comfortable. So, while we're boarding, let's take a look at the bus. It's probably the most fanciest bus I've ever seen. It's almost like an airplane, like first class. Let's have a look. So look at the recline. Well, actually you can see it here. Look at that. You can almost lie down. What's this? What's this device? Oh, don't know what that is. But yeah, look, seatbelt. We have 2 USBs in every seat. We have drink holders. What's this? Not sure what that is. It's a mini bed. Oh, when you're reclining, you can lie down. It's not bad, is it? What else do we have? Lights, AC. What's that one?
For the sound from the TV.
That one, the toilet paper one.
This one?
Yeah, what's that? For the seatbelt. No. So have a look upstairs. Look at this. Your own little cabin, look. It's not bad, is it? Look at that. And if you don't like the person you're sitting next to, then screw you, random person. Pull a curtain. It's not bad, is it? I think upstairs actually looks nicer. I was kind of wondering, but yeah. You can see out the back too. Wow, got a little TV up there. It's not bad. Does the coffee work? No. I don't think the coffee works. Wow. It's not bad. Oh, here's the bathroom. Oh, look at this. That's gonna be a bit rough. Toilet. Okay, let's go. When traveling anywhere in Latin America, the number one thing you need, not the money, not the passport, not the food, toilet paper. If you eat in a fancy restaurant, you go to a toilet on a bus, you go to a toilet anywhere, expect there to be no toilet paper. So carry a backpack and always keep a roll. Pro tip. So, the bus journey. Oh, there's the driver. Can you see the cabin, look. In its own little private driver room. So, just over 7 fun-packed hours. You can get these coaches overnight, so like 10 in the evening, and you wake up in Pune, assuming your bus doesn't crash. Or you can get them in the morning, like ours is 8:30. But yeah, really comfortable. A little bit stinky, smells of body odor quite a lot. And the air vents don't work, so we only have a little window, so it's a little bit stinky in there. But otherwise pretty good. And the views are great. So, we've been on the bus for 5 hours now. It's a rough one, but it is comfortable. But it is a little bit stinky. But we're in Pacaras. I don't know why we stopped in Pacaras, but there is a shop, look. There's a little shop there. There's our bus, look. And there's the driver, look. He's taking a pee. And there's a dog. The dog of Pacaras. There he is, look. Wow. Good old Pacaras. So, 2 or 3 hours left. We're approaching the danger zone. I've got the rumblers. It's not good news. Goodbye, stinky bus. And hello, Hello, Puna. Look at this. Good old Puna. So, the bus, if you want to do this journey yourself, we took this one. It's a little bit stinky. There's no toilet paper. And they lied about the Wi-Fi. Otherwise, very comfortable. And now we're in Puna. Wow. Sunny Puna. And look who's in Puna. Puno Doggo. So, Puno bus station. Not much going on in old Puno bus station. But Puno is one full athletics track higher than Cusco. It's actually a little bit colder, but only by a couple of degrees. But yeah, that means exercise, walking, everything's going to be difficult. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be an adventure. And we also have Lake Titicaca, which we'll see very soon.
We have the Pump It Up Challenge.
Yes, we do. Here's our first look at Puno. Look at that. We have 2 fighting dogs. Oh, wow. And we have a friend meeting us who lives here. That's good, isn't it? Where is he? There he is, look. There's our friend. He's just got us a beer, look. We just arrived and he brought us 2 here beer. It's a nice welcome gift. It's a good old Puno. I like Puno already. It's good, isn't it? Salud. So, what is Puno like? Well, we're walking down the main street right now. Probably shouldn't do it near the road. Let's get on the path. Motorbikes snatch your phone. Pro tip. Yeah, what's it like? Wow. Reminds me of maybe kind of like Lima, but not the central. A little bit out of it. You got your markets selling you fruit and veg, eggs, huevos, pretty much anything, clothing. But look at all these makeshift bikes. Look at these. I've seen people use these as taxis as well when I was on the bus. I wonder if it's cheaper than a taxi. I'm not sure. A lot more stray dogs here too. I think even more than Cusco, which I was surprised about. There's the taxi, look at that. Look at him go. It's like London Soho, but I bet the price is 50 times cheaper. Wow. Good old Puna. Look what she's selling. Look at this. Look at that. Hello. Hola. Wow. What are they? Those?
This is la panza.
That's the stomach of the sheep.
Yep.
Sheep stomach.
And also the
Wow.
legs over there.
That's amazing,
These
isn't
are
it?
the other parts of the sheep.
So we've walked along a bit now. I finished my beer. One thing I noticed, they use brake rotors, look, brake discs to hold the signs down. Bit different, isn't it? And you see a lot more tuk-tuks as well. Maybe because the area is small, I'm not sure, but there's a lot more than Lima anyway. I think we're walking in a bike lane, but no one really cares, so it's pretty good. He's selling her bananas, look, her platanos. Look at that. What else has she got? Papaya, apples, grapes. So, checking into our hotel. He's having a bit of trouble. So we're having a seat.
Ya, eso ya.
Claro, las compañías de...
Emanaya Kashanki.
Yes, excellent. Ayan Chumanachu. Ayan.
That
You
is
say
Quechua.
Ayan.
That is Quechua.
Yo no cago yo.
That is Quechua. Quechua
So the
language.
answer for this question is Ayan.
Ayan?
Arirán,
Arirán,
siglo XXI.
Ayan.
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 Yeah.
That means good.
That's the answer. This is
Bueno.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Ayan. Ayan. Something like that. Wow. Quechua.
Yes.
Goal number 1 complete. And do you remember in an earlier video where we went to get the rental car and nobody answered the door? And even though it said they're all open at 8 a.m, they're closed. Nobody's answering the phones. So I think our rental car is a bust. Well, they give us $50 and here's our free room. Well, it costs $5. What do you think?
The balcony.
Oh yeah, we will look at the balcony. But yeah, if you want to complain to Expedia, hotels.com, don't contact customer support. Go to the Better Business Bureau, file a complaint, and then a few days later, they'll give you $50. That's like their procedure. But don't even bother with customer support. But look at this, look. Wow. A purple sky. Wow, looks good, doesn't it? Now let's go explore. So, languages. In the Puno region, around 40% of people speak Quechua. That was the that was the hi, how are you thing I dropped earlier. I've already forgotten what it was. Oh wow. And 30% speak Aymara, which is another language. And if you're very lucky, a very small percentage of people speak some indigenous languages. I'm not sure what their names are. But for the most part, everyone speaks Spanish. So we've heard some Quechua. Now we're going to try to find some Aymara. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but at some point.
Yeah, this is
So,
fish.
how is your Super Mario flavor Masamora? It's good? Oh, look at that. 2 soles, yeah? 2 soles? 50 cents? 3 soles? 75 US cents. Look at that. She's eating Masamora with a broken arm. Approved?
Yeah.
Approved. So,
My friends,
we're in the main strip. The main strip of Puno. Imagine the Las Vegas strip, but then replace Las Vegas with Puno. Here it is. You have restaurants open till the wee hours in the morning. Bars, little shops. What is that?
It's a bar.
Yeah, rock and reggae.
They have the most cheap hamburgers.
What? No. Okay, look at this hamburger. That is not dollars, that's soles. That is $1.25.
Happy hour.
$1.25. Let's resume the nighttime tour of Puno. Oh, no, even shops like this are open at nighttime. You can buy a jacket. So, it's about 4 degrees Celsius. Got my t-shirt and shorts on, you know, represent. Wow. Look at him, look, on his saxophone. I think that's the advantage of being from the UK. We're used to the cold weather. Not the elevation, but we're used to the cold weather. This is okay right now. Wow. Some old style alleyways, look at that. So we're going to talk more about Puno tomorrow, about the indigenous, what do you call it, cultures, the Incans and all that. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But now we're going to have a look at Puno. So, do you remember when we were on the bus and we stopped by Pucara? And there was one shop there, remember? And the driver was doing a pee, remember that? Well, that place, they make this. Torito. Little ball. And it's a symbol of protection. And it predates Inca times. It's the indigenous people of the region. Little Torito. So we're in a little cultural center. Learning about history. History of Peru. History of the region. Bit of Puno history. And it's free as well. You just sign the logbook on the way in. Learn a bit about everything. There's that little Torito, I think they said they were called. Look at all of those. Wow. In the same way, lots of different cultures. You have those Chinese frogs with the coin in their mouth. Many cultures have many things. But this one, look at this one. Kuriko. Gecko. A gecko? A gecko. This one, a gecko. Look at this. So this one's knitted, but I'm told some are ceramic as well. You see the cigarette in its mouth. They like that as well. brings fortune, brings lots of things really. You see the food there, look. It's a symbol of, you know, you're not going to run out of food, you're going to be well nourished. You're not going to run out of money, look. You're not going to run out of alpacas. Maybe I just made that one up. But look, look. Quite interesting, isn't it? Have you ever seen that before? Amazing. So he looks totally different from the other one. Like that one was an angry lady, and this one is a kind of slightly gordo man. Does it not matter what the person looks like? It's just what it represents.
Yeah, but we have.
But it could be male or female.
No, just me.
Just male?
Yeah.
So that one was male? Oh, that looked like a woman. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Always male. Yeah, so that's the food. Look, pasta. That's not the lasagna?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, they have everything.
Lasagna. They have everything. They have Benjamin Franklin. Yeah, look at that. Wow. So you know, one thing I noticed is people know their culture here. It's not like when you grow up in the UK and you kind of fudge your way through history lessons. Maybe in America too. Well, I think America's a bit different because they kind of force history on a bit. You know, like Abraham Lincoln. But yeah, people don't really know their own history that much, generally speaking. But if I speak to the average person here, it doesn't really matter how old they are. They all seem to know what, you know, all these things mean. They know what that is. This is. They know about the regions. They might play different instruments, speak native languages of the region. So it's very different. Pretty cool. So look at these handmade tapestries, look. They're not from China because you're in an arty place, look. So you know they're handmade. But look at this, look. He's got a nice smiley teddy bear on his thing, but then he has someone's head there, look. It's a sacrifice to the sun god. Look at him. He's like, thank you. Oh, no problem. But look. What, 50 soles, look. It's very cheap. So what, $12.50 in dollars? But yeah, various ones. Look at that. I'll hold that one up. We're getting this one. Look at that. Oh, there he is, look. He's waiting for his next sacrifice. He's thinking about what to sacrifice. He's like, shall I sacrifice these two? Maybe they forgot to make his dinner. Maybe I'll sacrifice one of these. But yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Plaza de Armas. Who knows Main Square? At night time, we'll be back in the day, but now you can see what it looks like at night. And there's the cathedral.
You want?
Maybe I try yours first. So these are flavorings.
I got one.
Looks nice. Look at this. So if you have a business and you don't have a license or permission, the government put a huge concrete block in front of your business, and then you can't do anything about it because it probably weighs a few tons. It's weird, isn't it? And apparently there's loads, you know, way more over there too. Wow. There it is. Expect there to be no toilet paper, so carry a backpack and always keep a roll.